How the hell do adults make friends? Find a group of people doing an activity you like to do. Adults make friends by finding common interests and showing up consistently. Beer. Adults make friends by finding common interests, joining groups or activities, and being open to new experiences. It often takes effort and consistency, but starting with shared hobbies or mutual connections can make it easier. Step 1. Find someone who shares your interests. It could be through a hobby, at work, or even online. Step 2. Awkwardly try to schedule a hangout, juggling both your busy schedules and hoping it doesn't fall through. It might take a few attempts, but eventually you'll settle on a date that works. Step 3. When you finally meet up, bond over the shared struggles of adulting, complaining about work, bills, and how tiring life can be. It's in these moments that true friendships often form, as you both realize you're not alone in navigating the complexities of adult life. Keep showing up to the same places, gym, coffee shop, whatever. Familiar faces eventually become friendly faces. When people have kids, they often end up making friends with the parents of their children's friends. It's an easy way to connect because you already have something in common: raising kids. School events, play dates, and birthday parties create opportunities to build these friendships, and before you know it, you're sharing parenting tips and bonding over the joys and challenges of raising children. Alternatively, join a sports hobby, etc. group to meet like-minded people. You will already have a common interest, the basis of lots of friendships. Work, hobbies, just random interactions, but I'm an extrovert, and because of that, I will talk to anyone, anywhere, about anything. Some people like the way I am and want to be friends. The downside of it's that some people think I'm their friend just BC, I talk to them a lot. Join a community that you're interested in. Sport-specific gym like CrossFit, powerlifting, strongman, etc. Car club, volunteer at your local animal shelter. Book club, D&D or other tabletop group. Card game tournaments at local shops. Basically ask yourself, what are your hobbies or what is a hobby you'd like to get into? Find a local gathering of said hobby and make connections with people over a shared interest. Hobbies. I moved to a new city at 30, started doing theatre classes, met tons of people, met my wife and a core group of friends, and we do stuff together occasionally. Harder now though, since half of them are married with little kids. I think things will get better in a few years and kids are older and can go do their own thing without needing constant supervision. Adults make friends by strategically placing themselves in places where people are forced to interact, like kids' soccer games, PTA meetings, or even the break room at work. It's like the adult version of, if you build it, they will come. But instead of a baseball field, it's a coffee machine and a shared sense of existential dread. So as via satellite? But honestly, we don't make many new friends, we acquire acquaintances. And if you're asking to get them, I think groups and clubs you're interested in. We have 1 to 3 down-arse friends we have had growing up. They get the same energy you give your family because you built that dynamic over 25 years. They grew with you. Your family becomes your life. Your partner is your best friend. But I can only say as my experience and opinion. After high school, making new friends became a lot harder for me. The only place I've been able to form real friendships is at work. One of my closest friends today is actually a co-worker. We started off just chatting during lunch breaks and gradually realized we had a lot in common. Over time, those casual conversations turned into deeper discussions, and now we hang out outside of work regularly. It's funny how a shared workspace can bring people together in ways you wouldn't expect, but I'm grateful for it. Usually my wife is the one who makes new friends, and I just tag along. She's much better at socializing, and I'm more introverted, so it works out. She'll set up plans, and I'll join in, and before I know it, I'm making connections too. It's kind of like having a social life by proxy. That's the funny part. They do not make friends. Most of friends that you met in your adulthood are known strangers. Never expect a friendship like when you were young. Talk to adults and ask them if they would leave their house keys to their friends. Can happen? Yes, but it is hard. Understand it as another type of friendship. Edit. Of course, depends on where are you and how are you. However, most of the people you meet are because you are neighbours, workmates, friend of a friend. The problem is, what do you think a friend is? People have less time and having a friend is a heavy investment. For me, making friends used to be easiest at work. I'd connect with colleagues over projects, grab coffee together, and friendships would naturally form. But now that I work from home, those opportunities have mostly disappeared. I find myself spending more time alone and it's definitely quieter. However, I'm fortunate to live with my partner, which makes all the difference. It's not the same as having a wide social circle, but it's comforting to have someone close by so I don't feel lonely even in the quiet moments. Beer, sports, food, couch. To make friends as an adult, sometimes you just have to put yourself out there. Join clubs, attend events, or go to social gatherings where you can meet people with similar interests. It might feel awkward at first, but it's all about taking that first step. Once you start connecting with people who share your passions, friendships can develop naturally. The key is to be open to new experiences and give yourself the chance to meet others, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Before focusing on making friends, it's important to develop more hobbies or interests. Friendships don't usually form from just 1 or 2 chance meetings. They need time to grow. You have to be in the same place, doing the same thing over multiple weeks for real connections to happen. Whether it's joining a club, taking a class, or getting involved in a community activity, the more you engage in regular activities, the easier it becomes to meet people and build lasting friendships. First, you put on a show, tailoring your behaviour to match the quirks you perceive in potential friends. Once you've gained their trust, you move on to the next person and repeat the process, playing both sides to keep everyone satisfied. Keep this up, and before you know it, you've somehow managed to create chaos, leaving a trail of confusion and broken friendships in your wake. It's almost like you've single-handedly disrupted the entire tri-state area just by playing everyone against each other. The key to making friends as an adult is to find something you genuinely enjoy and then do the social version of it. If you love gaming, try playing multiplayer games to connect with others. Into Dungeons & Dragons? Look for an in-person table nearby. Enjoy running? Join a local running club. The idea is to take what you already love doing and find a way to do it with others who share your passion. It's a natural way to build friendships around shared interests. The process of making friends as an adult often starts simply by meeting new people. Whether it's through work, a social event, or even just random encounters, the key is to keep an open mind. If you find that you click with someone, maybe you share similar interests, humour, or just have an easy conversation, then take the next step and try to hang out with them outside of that initial setting. Suggest grabbing coffee, catching a movie, or doing something you both enjoy. It might feel a bit awkward at first, but that's just part of the process. Building friendships takes effort and initiative, and sometimes it means stepping out of your comfort zone. But if you find that connection, it's worth pursuing. Over time, those casual hangouts can turn into meaningful relationships that enrich your life in ways you might not have expected. Bash them on the head with a club and drag them back to the cave. The best way to make friends as an adult is to dive into a hobby you love and find a local group that shares that interest. Whether it's running, gaming, or something else entirely, joining a group gives you the chance to meet people with similar passions. Attend group meetups and start conversations with others about your shared hobby. It's even better if the activity involves grabbing a beer or hanging out in a relaxed setting at some point. It helps to break the ice and make connections feel more natural. For example, my wife and I had been living in our area for 6 years, and didn't really have any local friends. It wasn't until we joined a local running club last year that things started to change. Suddenly we were meeting new people, getting invited to group events, and even found ourselves playing D&D with some of them. What started as a simple hobby turned into a solid social circle. Now we have friends who we see regularly, and it's made our lives so much richer. Making friends with your neighbours is one of the easiest ways to build and maintain friendships as an adult. The proximity makes it convenient to hang out, and you're more likely to see each other regularly. If you live less than a block away, you've already removed a huge barrier to maintaining a social connection. A great way to break the ice is to fire up the smoker, fill a cooler with beer, and invite your neighbours over for a casual get-together. It's a relaxed setting where people can bond over good food, drinks, and the shared experience of living in the same community. Making friends as an adult can definitely be a challenge, but it's totally doable. Here are some tips that might help. 1. Expand your interests. Join groups or clubs that focus on activities you enjoy, whether it's a book club, sports team, or hobby class. This gives you a built-in topic to chat about with others. 2. Utilize social media. Platforms like Meetup or local Facebook groups can help connect you with people in your area who share similar interests. 3. Volunteer. Getting involved in community service not only feels great, but you also meet compassionate people who care about similar causes. 4. Reconnect with acquaintances. Reach out to colleagues, neighbours, or even friends from school. Sometimes reconnecting with someone you already know can lead to a deeper friendship. 5. Be open and approachable. Smile, start small conversations, and be willing to share a little about yourself. Sometimes it just takes a friendly hello to start a connection. 6. Attend events. Go to local events, workshops, or lectures that interest you. You never know who you might meet, and being in a shared environment makes interaction easier. 7. Take the initiative. Don't be afraid to invite someone for coffee or to hang out. Adults often expect friendships to just happen, but sometimes you need to make the first move. Remember, it's normal to feel awkward at first, but putting yourself out there is key. Good luck, and have fun making new connections. Making friends as an adult can feel a lot like dating, just without the romance. You meet people through activities or hobbies you enjoy, and the key is to keep things casual at first. Whether it's chatting after a group activity or during a shared interest, the goal is to make connections without putting too much pressure on it. Show genuine interest in the other person's life and experiences, and over time, those casual conversations can evolve into meaningful friendships. It's about being open, patient, and allowing things to develop naturally. Sometimes making friends as an adult happens completely by chance. I met my now best friend a few years ago when we were both stuck on a stranded train together. We started talking to pass the time, and that random encounter turned into a strong friendship. It really shows that just being open to meeting new people can lead to unexpected and meaningful connections. You never know when or where you might meet someone who will become an important part of your life. One way to make friends as an adult is by going to a bar with a pool table and asking around for a game. It's a great icebreaker, and you'll start to recognize the regulars if you keep coming back. Over time, casual conversations during the game can turn into genuine friendships. The relaxed atmosphere of the bar makes it easier to chat and connect with others. And before you know it, you'll be part of a social circle that enjoys hanging out and playing pool together. If you're a professional, you won't have friends like you did when you were a kid. Me, I'm in a dream job to which many are called but few chosen. And if you're not married to it, you don't get to do it at all. No, I can't stay out till midnight drinking. No, you can't call me at 3 a.m. because you found out your boyfriend is cheating. I need to be up at 5. That's just how it is. Getting into hobbies with a local scene is a great way to meet people who share your interests. Going to the weekly Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments near me has helped me meet with some really great people and make new friends. What do you like to do? To make friends, it helps if you're in a classroom or at work with people seeing each other all the time. But that's not the same as share interests. Do you like to drink? Go to a bar and check other tables. Do you like to play games? There's classics like chess, and you can be at a park waiting for some challenger. The same with other games. Do you like to dance? Go to a dance class, the same as cooking or other activities. It's more easy as a kid, teen, but not impossible as an adult. Go outside. Thanks for watching. Share your tips for making friends as an adult in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.